Hello everyone. In previous videos, we walked through many of the practical tools built into Insight Flow, such as tools for data organization, content search, data adjustment, and more. These tools can help us handle the majority of common tasks, making workflow construction extremely efficient. However, when you encounter unique or highly personalized requirements and you can't find a suitable tool out of the box, don't worry, Insight Flow also provides the code node. With it, we can write our own code to adapt workflows to a wider range of scenarios. Whether it's data organization, content generation, or various calculations and validations, it can handle it all. In this video, we will take you through the detailed usage of the code node. We'll also combine it with the document read node to help you master how to use the knowledge base to manage and call your code, making code reuse and iteration much simpler and more efficient. First, let's add a code node to the workflow canvas. What you see now is the code node configuration page. Here, you can configure its input variables, the specific code content, the variable output mode, as well as variable names and data types. Before explaining how to configure it, let's look at a few pre-configured code nodes first to give you a more concrete understanding of this node. Let's start with case 1. In this case, the code node performs a summation of numbers. I give it 2 numbers, and it calculates their sum. Let's test the execution of this node. As you can see, the run was successful. In the execution results, we can see the input variables. Data processing. This represents the runtime output generated during code execution. It records real-time feedback during the actual run, such as the execution results of test cases. The output section displays the final result after code execution. We can see the corresponding field name for the result, the data type of the result, and the specific value. So, we have completed the summation of 2 numbers using this code node. Next, let's look at case 2. This is a code node that performs data masking on input phone numbers. For example, I'll provide it with a fictional phone number, and it will mask sensitive information within that number. Let's look at the execution results. You can see it has successfully masked the phone number we input. Now, let's move on to case 3. We often use the code node to reshape data. Of course, we already provide many tools for data reshaping, such as data sort, select fields, and others. So, when you have data processing needs while building a workflow, you should prioritize using these tools. If there isn't a suitable tool available, you can use the code node to get it done, just like in this case. In this example, I will merge 2 input JSON objects. Let's look at the execution results first. You can see that the code node has successfully merged the 2 JSON objects. However, you'll notice that the code isn't stored directly in the code node's editor, but rather stored in our knowledge base. Here's a little pro tip. We can store the code in the knowledge base, then use the document read node to fetch the code and insert it into the code node. There's a major benefit to this approach. If this snippet is used by multiple workflows, you can modify the code directly in the knowledge base and handle version maintenance there without having to update the code in every single workflow. So, how exactly is this code generated? If you don't know how to code, how can you use this node? We also provide an AI code feature. With this feature, you just need to clearly describe your requirements, and the AI will automatically generate the corresponding code for you. Let me demonstrate. We'll replicate the logic from case 1, where we sum 2 numbers. We input the relevant requirements into AI code for generation. As you can see, the corresponding code has been successfully generated. Next, click the Apply button to implement the generated code into the code node. Of course, it also supports version history management for your previous prompts or code, making it easy to trace back changes. Next, let's click the Apply button to apply it to our code node. After successfully applying it, we just need to adjust the relevant input and output variables, and the code node configuration is complete. Let's run the code generated by the AI. You can see that sometimes the generated code might throw an error. If the AI-generated code errors out, you can use Insight Chat to ask the AI to fix it for you. After consulting with Insight Chat, we pinpointed the root cause of the error. The input and output variable names don't match the code. So we're going to temporarily rename the input and output variables to ensure the code executes correctly. Let's check the execution results again. You can see that our test run was successful this time. Finally, a small addendum. The differences in usage between the code node and the LLM node. The tasks I just showed you can also be achieved using the LLM node, such as summation or data masking. As long as the prompt in the LLM node is clear, the LLM node can also get the job done. So, when building actual workflows, how do we choose between these two nodes? I've summarized the decision into 3 dimensions. First, choose based on core competency. The code node is an executor of precise rules. It excels at converting clear logic like calculations and format conversions into efficient, stable results with 0 error. The LLM node, on the other hand, is a flexible interpreter. Its core advantage lies in understanding natural language, like handling ambiguous requirements, cross-language text, and pattern finding, which is something the code node cannot match. Second, depend on the application scenario. The code node is better suited for structured data and fixed rule tasks, such as batch JSON merging or strict format validation, where efficiency and consistency are key. The LLM node is better for unstructured data and scenarios with variable requirements, like extracting information from text or interpreting vague instructions, without needing complex preset rules. Third, choose based on the barrier to entry. The code node requires translating requirements into code logic. Although you can use AI generation, the LLM node requires no coding at all. You just need to state your needs clearly in natural language. It's easier to pick up, making it suitable for those without a programming background or for quick prototyping. That covers the content for this video on the code node. When building workflows, we still recommend prioritizing Insight Flow's built-in tools and apps. They handle routine tasks efficiently and effortlessly. If you have special requirements that the built-in tools can't meet, the code node is your ultimate fallback solution. Paired with our AI code feature, you don't need a deep programming background to get started easily. Combined with the language understanding and pattern finding capabilities of the LLM node, this trio covers routine scenarios while also handling unique requirements. That's all for this video. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.